Want to say hello, 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 hello. Listen. Welcome to Wednesday Word with Pastor Shearrill. Hey, I'm so very glad and so very glad to be a part of your day, part of your day. Yeah. Thank you for allowing me to come into your homes, come on your job with you, come into your automobile. I thank you for allowing me to do this. Listen. I'm excited about sharing God's word, and I want to just want to share it with you. And I have another word for the people of God today. Yeah, for the people of God today. Yeah, I want to get into this lesson, jump right into it and share it with you because God has something for us. Yeah, many times we say that God speaks to us, but we don't understand. We say that God is telling us something, but we become confused. But listen, I want to talk to you today. I want to talk to you today about hearing from God and know when God is speaking. Hearing from God and know when God is speaking. Yeah. We're going to come out of Exodus the 14th chapter. Exodus the 14th chapter, beginning at the 15th verse. And it said these words, it said, and the Lord said unto Moses, wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel, that they may go forward. But lift thou up thy rod, and stretch out thy hands over the sea, and divide it. And the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. Yeah. Hearing from God and know when God is speaking. Hearing from God and know when God is speaking. Many times God is trying to speak into your life. He's trying to speak into your life. But you cannot hear God speaking because there are so many distractions. We lose focus on God. We have to remain focused on God. We have to remain focused in God. We have to continue to communicate with God all the time. Through prayer, through prayer, listen, sit down and go to your place, your secret place, and have time with God. We have to talk to God and listen to what he's saying to us. Yeah. Many times we want to talk, but we don't want to listen. We want to tell God our problems and our situation and our circumstance, but we don't want God to tell us anything, or we lose focus when God began to speak to us. Listen, a lot of time we cannot hear because of stuff. We cannot hear what God is saying because of stuff. And we cannot receive the word because there's so much confusion around us. I remember, and some of you may remember when there was dial-up radio, and you would try and find the channel. And as you try to find the channel, listen. There would be so much interference from the other channel that you could not receive what was coming from the channel you were searching for. Yeah. You could hear this channel, someone talking, someone singing on the next channel, games or whatever, something else going on the other channel, and the channel that you're trying to receive from, you cannot receive it because there's too much interference. Yeah, too much interference going on, and you cannot receive what's coming from the channel that you are searching for, the channel that you want to be on. This is how it is when God is speaking to us and we have so much stuff going on around us. We allow our problems to take our focus off of God. We allow the enemy to speak negativity into our lives. We allow a situation to not let us hear from God. We pay more attention to our situation than we do God. And when God is trying to speak to us, we cannot hear him because of all of the other interference. Yeah, because of all of the other interference. And this is how it is. This is how it works. But you have to move that interference out of the way. You have to move that interference out of the way. Many times you have to speak to that interference and tell the interference to get out of my way. Be still, get back. God is trying to tell me something. God is trying to tell me something. We have to listen. And on that old radio, sometimes when you couldn't pick up the right channel, you would have to go and get a clothes hanger or something and create you an antenna to be able to receive the right channel. Get on the right channel. Listen, this is what we have to do. We have to distance ourselves sometimes from stuff. We have to distance ourselves from stuff. We have to tell that stuff, be quiet, get back, because God is speaking to me and I need to hear what God is saying. Look at here, church. Listen. This is what happened to Moses. God had already spoke to him and told him to lead those children out of bondage. Just get them out of bondage. And as Moses had led them out of bondage, they got to the sea, the Red Sea there, and listen. When they got there, they realized that the sea was ahead of them, and Pharaoh and his army was close behind. And they looked at Moses and said, "Look, were there not enough graves there? Were there not enough graves for us to be buried there? You had to bring us out here to be buried in this wilderness." He said, "Why didn't you just listen to us and just leave us alone? We told you to leave us alone, but you decided to bring us out here that we might die." And so Moses had to speak. He had to speak and move that distraction because God had a word for him. God had a command for him. Listen, Moses had to tell those children, he said, listen, you got to be still. You got to be still and see the salvation of God. And this is how we have to do. We have to tell that thing that they try to come up in our life. You got to get back. You got to move back because God is about to do some things in my life. He's about to show me some things and I don't need the distraction. I don't need the interruption. I don't need all of this. So Moses told him, he said, God is going to fight for you. You don't even have to fight. All you got to do is just be still and see the salvation of the Lord. And the Lord said to Moses, he said, "Now Moses, look what I want you. You got something in your hand. You got a rod in your hand. I want you to stretch it out across the sea. And when you stretch it out across the sea is going to divide. And when it divides, I want you to lead the children across on dry ground through the sea. Lead them across the impossible. God can take the impossible and make it the possible. He can change situation, but we got to know when God is speaking. We got to hear him speaking and know when he's speaking. In order to do that, we got to stay focus on God, stay in constant communication with God. Tell God, Lord, speak to me, speak to my heart, speak to my mind, speak to me, Lord. Tell me what to do. I know it may not be in my time, but speak to me, Lord, speak to me, Lord, speak to me, Lord. Let me know what it is that you have for me to do. Yes, speak to me, Lord. I know it's you, Lord, that's giving me direction. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to follow you. Yes, I am. You got to hear. You got to hear God. You got to hear God. You got to know he's speaking. This is my time. This is my time. My time has come and gone. My time has come and gone. Listen. What a wonderful God we serve. Wonderful God we serve. I'm so grateful and so thankful that God is doing a brand new thing and he's doing it with his people. He's doing it with his people. We ought to be excited. We ought to be excited to tell somebody, Lord, I hear you speaking. I hear you speaking. I'm willing to go all the way. All the way. Yeah, look, I got to get out. I'm going. Until next Wednesday, listen, y'all have a blessed day. May God bless you. May God keep you. And I love you.